Okay, we are, I want to say, less than 15 days out from the Mr. Olympia contest. We're here over at Armbrust Pro Gym getting ready to kill some chest. Definitely tired right now. I'm usually getting about 6 hours of sleep, continuous, but like I'm napping through the day in between meals and whatnot. And you know, life is crazy right now. I've been doing a lot of interviews. Was on Pro Bodybuilding Weekly with Dan Solomon, Lee Thompson, and Chad Nichols talking about the Olympia. That went really well. Doing a lot of different stuff here locally. Pretty much doing the business of bodybuilding, you know. My motivation right now is just through the roof. Every day, probably like 10, maybe 20 times a day, I'm sitting there and visualizing being the champ, being called the new Mr. Olympia. And that's a feeling that I didn't really have until last year as standing on that stage with Jay. And I think this is a good thing. It's good that I can visualize these things because when it happens, I was prepared for it. And you know, coming in here, killing it in the gym, you know, it's definitely going to pay off. My weight's now we're actually under 260 pounds. I've been depleting a lot, trying to make sure we thin out the skin a lot. So not a whole lot of carbs either. No more pastas. Just basically you know, some oats and brown rice. So I mean, here we are 2 weeks out. You're not going to build a whole lot of muscle, but what you are going to do is create that fullness and that density and that hardness that you need to perform. So enough said, man. We gotta go get swole, man. I'm ready to kill it. Woo! Oh! Yeah! Oh! 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 Easy. At this point in the prep, I mean, I probably shouldn't even be doing it. This is definitely heavy. I mean, come next week, I mean, I'm going to probably lighten it up a little bit. Last thing you want to do is get injured. If you get injured, man, I can't win the Olympia, man. Are you kidding? Crazy? You're also 2 weeks out, a lot less body fat. You can be dehydrated. Definitely got to be smart. What we're really trying to focus on is making sure we get a good stretch on these and then actually contracting on the way up. Developing a little bit more of the width in the chest, but also contracting to get the inner part of the pec. Trying to keep your chin up actually helps with a lot of that and getting a good squeeze instead of tensing up the whole time. We don't want to keep your arms locked out. We don't have them slightly bent so we can get it further stretched down and then come all the way up to the top. Had to do an extra one to be number 13. I'm all about detail right now. All about detail, but making sure everything's full at the same time. I like doing these, especially toward the end of a prep, because I feel like this allows me to draw out an extreme amount of detail. And that's something I've been known for throughout my whole entire career. Yeah! You know, typically I would use a lot more free weights and stuff, but like I said, I mean, the last thing we want to do is get injured 2 weeks out before a contest, so. We're going to do this for some sevens and, you know, kill it. So it'll be chilling just like this, and then you just go boom like that. So I get up on stage and hit that most muscular shot. It like jumps out at you. It looks freaking nasty. Three more to be the 10. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that right there concludes our 2-week out chest routine. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad that one was over. You know, energy was down coming on in here, but I knew once I started getting in those working sets, it was gonna be on, and that's what you guys gotta do. You know, when you walk in this gym, regardless of you know, getting ready for Mission Olympia, or you just trying to, you know, gain 5 extra pounds of muscle for the summer. You know, you gotta come in here with a good focus and have pride and purpose with everything you do in here. And I guarantee you're gonna get results. And I feel like having that mindset every day, just trying to be better than the previous one, the previous workout, the previous day. You know, I feel like it's given me a ton of different gains, and it's allowed me to bring forth a physique that I never thought I could ever bring. And you know, right now, you know, this is the biggest and the best that I've ever been at this weight, right under 260. And you know, my work's not finished. I still got 15 days, and you know, all I think about is being number 13, not 13th place, but being the 13th Mr. Olympia. All right, you guys, we are 7 days and probably less than 10 hours away from the Mr. Olympia contest. Pretty crazy right now. Feeling very, very good about how things are looking. Been obviously working my butt off just like everybody else. Today we're gonna train some arms. This is definitely something that I'm sure a lot of you guys like to train. So do I. You know, I love rolling around with big guns, man. So that's what we're gonna train today. We're gonna have some fun with this one. Usually arm days for me are more of a fun workout because I'd probably say more genetically blessed with having them as a strong point to where I don't have to kill them all the time. And I can kind of treat it, especially a week out from the show, not like a day off, but I don't really have to go too crazy. But I'm gonna go crazy for you guys today, man. I'm gonna kill it. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna do some standing barbell curls, and we're gonna get after it, man. Just making sure contractions are good, you're getting a good pump. You're not just going through the motions, but you're making sure that your technique is on point so you can get a good pump, and those carbs and proteins can be flushed into that muscle. Guys roll around saying that they got 20-inch bicep or 20-inch arm. I'm like, man, that's a fat arm. That ain't contest ready arm, it's a shredded arm. Say on this particular exercise, the arm being extended out more, and with this pad being on your elbow, you're already locked in. There's no body movement really, so it's just pure isolation. I'm just trying to, you know, stimulate, not necessarily annihilate the muscle right now. You got to keep in mind, body fat's very, very low. Probably less than 3% right now. So it's probably not really smart to try to do PRs the week before the show, but we definitely can still get some good intensity. I like doing them on this particular bench because it allows me to have right here, and then I can get full extension right down here. So we're gonna use kind of a narrow grip on this. And this is definitely something I like, really like changing it up with. So this can be done with barbells and dumbbells, so you guys can switch it up. You know, I'm sponsored by Chic, right? I'm gonna need them to make me a special belt. This thing is getting a little, I mean, the waist is getting too small for it. Uh-oh. So what we're trying to target on this exercise is that slab right there. That's what they usually see first, you know, because you're wearing a t-shirt and everyone's like, oh my God, look at his arms, you know. But I just think that that particular area definitely has set me apart from a lot of other guys in the arm department. See you train, just know that we're going for technique first, especially anyone that's doing contests a week out before the show. Because if you get hurt, you can't train, man, you're done. You can't pose on stage, you can't show the muscles with it being torn. So we got to be smart. We got to be real smart right now. This particular exercise is like doing skull crushers, but we're doing it kind of like on an incline bench. You guys are starting to see me use this bench a little bit more often. What this is doing is giving your body that natural curvature to your spine, so you don't have to really arch your back too bad. I usually find dips being one of the harder movements, but I'd probably say one of the better ones to do once you're actually warmed up. I'm hoping to have cake with this little tiny trophy named Eugene Sandow. That's all I freaking think about right now is holding that trophy and it actually being mine. Jay actually offered to loan me one of his just so I could see what it would feel like to have one. I told him, nah, it's cool. You keep that one. I'm gonna have my own. All right, that does it for our bis and tris session. 7 days and 8 hours away from the Mr. Olympia contest. I freaking want this bad, man. You guys have no idea. Well, hopefully, maybe you guys do. But you just have to think, if there's something you guys ever wanted in your life, more than anything, I mean, times that by 1,000, man. By infinity, because I'm trying to be the best in the world at something. And not to discredit anyone that's ever tried to bust their ass for something, man. This is just, I just want to be called the best in the world at something. Nothing else matters but becoming number 13. And I know I have a great opportunity. I just don't want to mess it up. And I just know that
everybody else is training their butt off too. But to be honest, I can't really worry about that. I can only be concerned with what Heath's doing, what I'm eating, what I'm training, how I'm sleeping, how I'm feeling. No matter what's going on in my life, nothing else matters, man. I mean, I got a family and stuff, and they matter. They mean the world to me. But really, nothing outside of those two things, the show and my family, nothing else matters.